Transitions and new beginnings, your future awaits. On September 23rd, it marks the date of when the sun enters the sign of Libra. Now is going to be the time for change and new beginnings. You, the sun, stepping into your power, your divinity. The equinox marks the changing of the seasons, making it a time of transition and fresh starts. The wheel of time is in motion, and fate and destiny are taking over. Work to flow with the energy over the next few weeks as the tides of change move you. The sun's entry into Libra is bringing us the spring or the fall equinox, depending on your location in relation to the equator. The importance of the sun in Libra is its ability to influence our collective consciousness. It's encouraging us to seek balance, to strengthen our relationships, and appreciate the beauty and creativity in our lives. When the sun enters the sign of Libra, it's brings a unique set of energies and characteristics. Libra is also associated with aesthetics and art and beauty, and this often sparks creativity and a desire for beauty in our lives. So during this time, you're going to feel inspired to engage in artistic activities, maybe redecorate your space, appreciate art and culture more deeply. This time can be seen as a moment of transition between the vibrancy of summer and the introspection of autumn, making this a fertile period for exploring and expressing your inner artistic inclinations. This is a wonderful time for indulging in your personal pursuits, simply enjoying the beauty of nature, using the colors found in nature, the lights, the sounds, the feelings that the shift in this energy brings, focusing on what needs to balance in your life. This is going to be a time when the day and night are of equal length, and this energy shift can inspire you to weigh your decisions more carefully, strive for justice, work toward mutual cooperation. This is going to be the ideal time to reassess and recalibrate various aspects of your life, such as your work-life balance, your relationships, and your personal goals. So focus on your relationships, both personal and professional. Work towards building these new connections, fostering existing ones, and enhancing your charm and diplomacy. Embrace the energy of this time period and use it to help you navigate life's complexities with grace and poise. Hi, I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and this is your astrology forecast for the Sun in Libra equinox. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, the Sun in Libra is in your 7th house, accentuating topics of marriage, partnership, your clients, your friends, your business associates. The 7th house is where we sign contracts and that are binding. And so this is the house that you are going to be finding where you need to be more diplomatic. Now, what's going to benefit from this? We have this beautiful aspect to Pluto in your 10th house. The 10th house represents authority figures, your job, your career, and it's your public life, your legacy. And we also have Uranus in your 2nd house of your personal cash, self-worth, your personal property. It's your money, your finances. Now, your career and your finances are working with you, and they are working with your 12th house, Neptune, of these are your dreams. But your dreams are opposing who you are. The Neptune in the 12th house is, I dream this, I want to be merged with these people, I want wholeness. And the Sun in Libra opposite in your 7th house is, you're going to have to find autonomy in yourself. The 7th house of relationships is being highlighted in that I have to think about myself. I want to merge with these people. I want to be at one with them. This is my dream, but my intuition is saying I have to focus on me first. I have to focus on my self-worth, my cash, my property, and me with my job, my legacy, my life path, my public life. All of these things are working together, but Neptune is reminding you that you cannot be at one with everybody. You have to be your own unique person. You have to create diplomacy and fairness and work in relationships and attract balance in these. Seek out harmonious connections with others so that you can do well in your job, and that it will not, and then it will benefit your self-worth also. with Neptune in your 12th house, you need to pay attention to your intuition, your dreams, your subconscious mind. This is the house where we go within and take rest and recovery in order to receive any information, to tune in. Remember that these three are working together, but Neptune is working opposite of you. And so keep in mind that all that you wish to happen can only happen if you focus on yourself first. All right, so Aries, I would love to hear how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please check out the October and the November forecast and join me Tuesdays live where you can hear the full moon forecast or get a reading for your new moon, or we can do tarot on the off Tuesdays. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, the sun is moving into your 6th house. The 6th house for you is the balance between your work and your home. It's your mental health, physical health, spiritual, psychological. It's the house where it's our daily habits. And it's also the house where it's our pets, it's our coworkers, and we can become sick if we don't tune into what is our body trying to tell us. It's also the house where we find support, whether they're through a chiropractor, a doctor, a shaman, or through a mentor or a guide. Now, the focus is going to be on how do you communicate. The sun is illuminating that area of your life. What's working with you is we have Pluto. Pluto is in a trine to the sun saying, I need you to be focused on being diplomatic, paying attention to your health, because I want you to be able to travel. I want you to be able to study. I want you to take these classes. I want you to publish things. The 9th house is where you have cross-cultural topics where you meet with other people, try new food. This is a trine. This is saying, if I budget my time better between my home and my work, if I take care of those needs in my life, if I take care of my health, I'm going to have more time to take this class, or I'm going to have more time to travel. The 9th house is where you want to pursue other things. And the sun in your 6th house is saying, I need to find a balance between all work and no play. Now, the Pluto is also in a trine with Uranus in your 1st house of self, saying, look, something has to change with who you are. Something has to transform. And it's working with you in order to make these changes in your life. Both of these planets are working with Neptune in your 11th house. Neptune in your 11th house is what are your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, and the goals that you are moving towards. But this is in opposition to the sun. This is a reminder that if you are focused on somebody else's hopes, wishes, dreams, and trying to help them accomplish what they want, you're not going to get what you want. The sun in Libra in this house is offering you an opportunity to seek out balance between, this is the realm of your work, your health. What are your daily routines? You are able to excel in your job, but it's going to require diplomacy, cooperation. Your health and your well-being are very important, and this is seeking a balance between your physical and your mental wellness at this time. Are you seeking a counsel? Are you seeking somebody a guide or a mentor that can say, look, you have these abilities, you have this potential, you're transforming into somebody who is solid and stable and grounded, but the eclipses are saying you need to take rest and time out and focus on what your needs are. Having Neptune opposite is you saying, these are my dreams, this is what I want to accomplish, but I cannot attach my dreams to somebody else. I probably can't even work with somebody else to get my dreams. I have to shift my focus and say, this is exactly what I want to do, and I need to follow my path. And so Taurus, I'm really hoping that you will share with me with how this resonates with you in your life in the comments below. Please check out the rest of the October forecast and November. Join me live on Tuesdays where I offer tarot consultations and full moon and new moon astrology readings. And to hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. All right, so for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, the sun has just moved into your 5th house. Now, the 5th house for you is the house of fun, joy, children, love, and it's the house of affairs. It's the house of creativity. It's the house of children and being creative. Now, the sun in Libra here is you finding a balance, making sure that you choose what you want to do first. Now, there's going to be this harmonious aspect to Pluto in your 8th house of shared resources. The 8th house is the house of deep bonding. It's alimony, child support, taxes, debt. It's the house where you have contracts with other people. This is in trine with Uranus in your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of dreams. It's the house of intuition and following. It's the house of where you go for retreat, rest, recovery. Now, both of Pluto and Uranus are in trine to each other, and both of those planets are in sextile to Neptune. Neptune is at the top of your chart in your career, your life path, your legacy. It's also the house of authority. And so all of this is working together to say, if you choose activities for yourself, then the focus can be on finding harmony in the pursuits of things that you look for pleasure or creativity. It's you exploring artistic pursuits that maybe you're drawn to, or romantic people, or passionate relationships. The sun is revealing for you that you're seeking a balance between your self-expression and the desires of loved ones, and that there can be an opportunity to have a connection with another person, and with 8th house of contracts. And this could be an opportunity for deep bonding and meeting the needs of your 12th house of intuition, following your gut instinct of this is really who I want to be with, or this is who I want to connect up with, and using caution when it comes to your career, your job, your legacy, or authority figures. I say using caution because at the top of your chart is Neptune, that's working with Uranus and Pluto, but is in opposition to the sun, you in your 5th house of things that are bringing you pleasure and joy. The opposition is Neptune is about your dreams. You're wanting everything to be happy and to find balance and to connect everybody, and this is not what you're supposed to be doing. This is a beautiful time period that you need to seek balance to strengthen these relationships, but the focus has to be on what you want to do first. You have this opportunity to go after the artistic pursuits that you want to, or creative pursuits. This could be music, this could be writing. This is going to be an opportunity that you need to set some boundaries around not doing always what other people want to do. If someone contacts you and says, hey, let's go to a sip and paint tonight, and that's really not what you want to do, you want to go listen to a band, you need to be focused on what you want to do, because then you're going to be connecting with other people that are going to help you focus on what your needs are so you can find more balance in your life. Where we have Libra is where we have given too much. So the sun in Libra in your 5th house is, where have you given too much of your time, effort, energy away to your children's pursuits and not your own, or not following what really brings you joy and pleasure? The 5th house is you seeking the sun in your 5th house is you seeking more justice and working towards mutual cooperation, either with children, with lovers, with people that you are in an intimate relationship with, because now you're going to have this opportunity to recalibrate this area of your life, such as your work-life balance or your relationships or with your personal goals. the focus on your relationships, both personal and professional, and working towards having these new connections with people who have the same interests as you do. So embrace this time period. Use it to navigate these new complexities that you're going to have with not always people pleasing, either your children, your lovers, or other people that seek out artistic pursuits the same as you. The Neptune in your 10th house could mean that authority figures could not always be supporting you, especially if you're trying to please everybody and not focused on pleasing yourself first. So Gemini, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in your life. Please check out the other videos for October and events that are going on, and join me live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer tarot consultations and new moon and full moon readings. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. All right, so for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, the Sun is moving into Libra in your 4th house. The 4th house it's highlighting the need for harmony and balance within your family and your home life. Maybe you're wanting to decorate or redecorate, or you're just looking for a peaceful home environment. You're valuing these connections. You're striving for harmony in a relationship with all of the family, and you're also looking at 4th house topics include genealogy. And so having the Sun here is looking for the words of finding a balance, but also looking at your needs first. Now, this is a beautiful trine. The Sun is working with Pluto with your 7th house partnerships, your best friends, your significant others. This is also your one-on-one clients. And Pluto is also working with Uranus in your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, things that you want to, people that you want to connect up with in order to manifest your career or your best, your highest life. Both of these planets are also working with Neptune. Neptune is in your 9th house of, I want to travel, I want to have this work published, I want to take this class, I want to dive into this spirituality, I want to understand more about this religion, I want to teach this class. All of this is absolutely beautiful, but Neptune is opposing the Sun, you. Neptune has these beliefs, these dreams, and wants to do all these things. And the Sun in Libra is saying, yay, and I want to include all these people around me. That's where the opposition is. The opposition is you need to be focused on yourself. You cannot include anybody else. You can take that class with whoever else is also taking the class, but you don't need to bring other people in with you. You can travel somewhere, but you don't have to take somebody else with you. You can do things in your life that include your partners, your best friends, your relationships, in order to focus on your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals. But the first goal should be yourself. This is you saying, I have to be diplomatic with my words, with everything that I'm saying. I have to embrace this energy. I have to navigate the new complexity with grace and poise. But I have to make sure that I'm focusing in on what I want to do and not just what my partner wants me to do or what my friends want me to do or what my family wants of me. Remember that the 4th house is your traditions, it's your family, it's the father figure, and it's you trying to please all these people and saying that I need to focus on me first. It's my time. It's a time for new change, new beginnings of what I am doing. And Pluto is offering this transformation, and Uranus is saying, I'm going to bring this shock and the surprise, and I'm going to push you forward this. But Neptune is saying, it needs to be your dream, not the dream that you bring everybody else on, or not the dream of somebody else. So Cancer, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. And please check out October and November's forecast, and join me Tuesdays live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer tarot consultations or new moon and full moon consultations about what is happening. And to receive updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, the Sun moving into Libra is in your 3rd house. This is absolutely beautiful because this is enhancing your communication skills. It's you being diplomatic, you being kind with your words. This includes individuals that are your neighbors, your siblings. This is you writing and journaling and speaking and seeking these harmonious interactions with everybody that is close to home. Sun in Libra is going to give you beautiful, kind words in order to bring people together. Now, what's going to work with you is this beautiful trine with Pluto in your 6th house. The 6th house is your balance between your work and your home, and it's your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being. It's also the house where you find mentors and you find guides. And so at this time, you might find people that are going to be supporting you on your personal goal. There's also Pluto is working with Uranus. Uranus is in your 10th house of your public life, your career, your life path, authority figures. So it could be a boss. Now, both of these planets are working with the planet Neptune in your 8th house of your shared resources, your cash, your property, things that you share with others. These are contracts. These could be business contracts or it could be significant other contracts. Remember that this is the house of other people's connections, your private affairs, things that you don't share. Now, all of this is working for you, but Neptune is in opposition of you. Remember that Neptune is the planet that wants everybody to be combined together, everybody to blend together. Being opposite of you, of your 3rd house, is highlighting where are you communicating your thoughts and ideas. Are you focused on yourself? Or are you focused on being a mediator, helping everybody else before you help yourself? Neptune is blurring some of these lines, forcing you to say, I might need a mentor, I might need a counselor, I might need a guide, I might need somebody who can support me for my career in the way that I have been communicating. I need to focus on striving for justice, working towards mutual cooperation. I need to reassess and recalibrate this area of my life and find this work and home life balance, especially with my relationships with my siblings, my neighbors, my coworkers, and authority figures. This is going to be a really great time that you're going to be able to use diplomacy to help you navigate the complexities that come with these transits with grace and poise, as long as you are focusing in on yourself first, not trying to negotiate and please everybody, but saying, I need to focus on my needs first, and maybe I need a counselor, maybe I need a mentor, because this is where I want to go in my life. This is the career that I want. This is the life path or the legacy that I want to leave behind. Remember that the 10th house is not just about your career out there. It's what do you want to leave behind? And Neptune opposite of the way that you are communicating this means that there might be some blurred contracts or blurred remember, it's alimony, child support, and cash and property and debt and wills. And so the sun opposite is you having to speak up to say, no, in order to be fair and equitable, this contract is not fair, or we need to renegotiate this. We need to make sure that my needs are being met here, not saying yes just for the sake of saying yes. Neptune in your 8th house kind of blurs those contracts and those shared resources that you have with others. So Leo, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. So please check out October and November's astrology forecast. And I hope that you can join me on Tuesday nights live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I either offer astrology or tarot consultations. We do the full moon and the new moon. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, the Sun is moving into Libra in your second house. The second house stands for your cash, your property, your money, your finances, how these things represent you with your self-worth. It's your salary, it's your income, it's the skills. It's all about you and what you bring to the table and how you feel about it. Now, the Sun in Libra is about negotiation and your words and beauty. Now, the Sun is going to be in a trine with Pluto in your fifth house of turning over and transforming. It could be children, it could be affairs, it could be art, music, creativity. I want to do this activity and I want to make money with it. I want to paint, I want to do art, I want to write, I want to journal, I want to do all these things, and maybe you want to make money at it. This is where your skill set is at. This is also the people that you connect up with that remember, it's the house of affairs, and it's also the house where we go out and we join activities because it brings us joy. The fifth house is recreation and pleasure and sports. Now, Pluto is trine with Uranus in your ninth house, and your ninth house is you connected with publishing or journaling or taking classes and taking workshops, understanding spirituality and traveling, foreign people, places, things. All of these things, these two planets and these topics are all working together, and they're including in Neptune. These are my hopes. These are my wishes. These are my dreams. I want to blend everything together in your seventh house of partnerships. And the seventh house is not just a marriage partner. It's a business partner. It's your friendships. It's also your one-on-one where you have a client and relationships. And so all of this is beautiful, except for Neptune is opposite or opposing who you are. And so the meaning behind this is, are you focused on what are your dreams? Are you focused on other people's? Are you joining a partner? Are you joining a significant other and listening to them? And when they say, I want to travel here, and you're like, yeah, that sounds great. Is that really where you wanted to go? Did you really want to take that class? Did you really want to take that workshop? And the friend who comes to you and says, let's go here, let's do that. Is this really what you want to do? The focus should be on a time for change. It's about boundaries between who are you and who are who are your friends, who are your partners. This is a time for a new beginning, and you stepping into, I need to be focused on finding balance between my wants, needs, and desires and theirs, other people. This is giving you an opportunity to look at what brings you pleasure, what brings you joy. It's going to be a fertile period where you're going to explore all these, all your talents, all these opportunities that you have to search out. I want to travel here. I want to check out the art. I want to check out the museum. I want to check out this coffee shop. I want to take this class. And it may not be with your significant other. It may not be with your best friend. Maybe you're searching out and will find new friends. Remember that this is going to be a time of diplomacy, because having Libra in the second house is emphasizing the importance of balance in your financial matters and in your values. You're going to have this beautiful knack for surrounding yourself with things that you hold of value, and that can be people, places, or things, and seeking out harmony in your financial dealings and your personal resources at this time. So Virgo, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please check out October's and November's astrology forecast. Join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer tarot consultations and new and full moon readings. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, the Sun is now moving into your first house of self. This is absolutely amazing and it is beautiful. This is all about your appearance, your happiness, things that bring your joy, your individual identity. It's your self-image. It is all about you, and it is all about art and music and beauty and things that make you happy. Now, the sun moving into Libra is in a beautiful trine to Pluto in your 4th house. The 4th house represents your home, your family, your traditions, your roots, your foundation. So it's working together with who you are and who you are going to, like at home. Now, Pluto is working with Uranus in your 8th house of your shared resources. This is your alimony, your child support, your debt, it's the house of deep bonding, offering like shocking, surprising, think outside the box in order to get to what you want to do. Both of these planets are in a sextile to Neptune in your 6th house. Neptune in your 6th house, Neptune is what you dream, what you want to do. So when Neptune is working really well, it's in your 6th house of your health, your spiritual well-being, finding a mentor, guides, your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, finding a balance between your work and your home, all of these topics. It's also the house of pets. All of these things are working together to transform who you are in the 1st house of self, who you are presenting yourself, how you're changing at home, how you are changing with your contracts that you have with other people, your resources that you share with other people, and how does this balance out with your health? Well, Neptune is in opposition to the sun right now. Neptune is reminding you that if you're trying to please everybody, you're not going to please yourself. Neptune opposite will say, if you're trying to make everybody happy, your health is going to suffer, your mental health, your spiritual health. You should seek out guidance, whether it be through a counselor, a mentor, a doctor, somebody who will understand and get you. Because the sun in your 1st house is you looking for your individual needs. You finding a balanced self-expression of how you present yourself, you projecting charm and diplomacy, but attracting others and trying to help them balance out who they are. You're a natural peacemaker and you're always trying to establish harmony in your life. But this is a time when you should be focused on your wants, needs, and desires first. And Neptune is kind of blurring some things and saying, if you don't focus on what you need, your boundaries, then you cannot have harmony at home, and you cannot have harmony with people that you share resources with. Remember that it's about working together to manifest these things, but first focusing in on yourself. This is you saying, I have to have a healthy boundary and I need to put my needs first. I need to focus on me. I can have charm and diplomacy in the way that I use my words and say, no, this is what I'm going to do, and feel good about where you're going and what you're doing. All right, so Libra, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please check out October and November's forecast if you want to look ahead. And join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer tarot consultations and the full moon and new moon astrology forecasts. And sign up for subscribe, and so that way you can get updates as soon as they are released. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, Libra has just entered your 12th house. Libra in the 12th house is highlighting your pursuit for inner harmony and inner peace. You sinking in with meditation and wanting to surround yourself, having like a Zen den or a place where you can meditate, your bedroom so you can focus on your dreams and your intuition, having a sacred place where you can seek out solitude and where you can focus on your spiritual practices, you finding a balance with your introspection, and then helping other people behind the scenes. The sun is in harmony with the planet Pluto in your third house of the way that you communicate. This is with neighbors, siblings, and people that are closer to home. And this is offering beautiful words of I need to, like, how can I manifest this? How can I do this? And connecting with others that are closer to home and your siblings. Now, Pluto is in a trine with Uranus, and this is your partnership sector, your relationship, your significant other, your business partner, your one-on-one clients, and your best friends. All of this is trying to work together to say, you need time to focus on you. They are both in a sextile to Neptune. Neptune is in your fifth house of pleasure, joy, children, childlike activities, art, music. It's the fifth house is the house of sports or risk or excitement. It's the house of I am looking for this joy in my life. Now, all of this is beautiful, except for Neptune is opposing you. This is what's standing in the way. Neptune being opposed by you is, are you focused on the pursuits in your life that bring you joy? Are you focused too much on your children? Are you focused too much on an affair? Are you focused too much on a creative pursuit that is somebody else's and not your own? Are you tuning into what your needs, your hopes, your dreams are? Are you focused on finding inner harmony and inner peace? If you are not, you're not going to have the benefits from this transit. The sun in your 12th house is offering you a time to tune in, to say, what are my emotional needs, my spiritual needs? What are the needs that other people don't see and know about? And that I have to weigh the decisions of who I'm going to share it with, my partners. Who am I going to share this with? My siblings, my neighbors, and am I focused on what is for my best and highest good? If I'm part of pursuits that make other people happy, this is not going to foster healthy personal and professional relationships. You need to be working towards building new connections, fostering the old ones, and reassessing and recalibrating what are your needs, and focusing on this home and work-life balance, and making sure that you are focused on what truly brings you joy, love, and pleasure. Focusing on healing the inside, your mental, physical, spiritual health, and well-being. The sun in Libra in your 12th house is you taking time out for you, and you having sacred space at home where you can decompress or tune into what are your needs. So Scorpio, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please check out the other videos and the October forecast, and join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer tarot consultations or new moon or full moon astrology readings. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, the sun is now moving into your 11th house, illuminating what are your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your goals. Who are you going to align yourself with to attain these? Now, the sun is going to be in this beautiful trine with the planet Pluto that is in your second house of your cash, your property, your self-worth, your skills, your possessions, allowing and saying, if you're focusing in on these topics, I can get you where you want to be. Now, Pluto is also in a trine with Uranus in your 6th house. Your 6th house is where you find mentors, where you find guides, finding a balance between your home and your work. And so both of these planets are in a sextile to Neptune. Neptune is in your 4th house, your home sector. The 4th house represents your home, your family, your roots, your foundation. It's literally what you're building your life upon. And so now your focus is on, how do I use diplomacy? How do I focus on my hopes, my wishes, my dreams? Because Neptune is opposing you. There's something at your home that's opposing what you want to do. And if you're not focused on your goals, your beginnings, your career, the things that you want to do, you will not be supported through your second house of your self-worth. That will suffer. Your health will suffer. This could be a time where you need to assess what is my money, what are my talents, what are my finances? Do I have guidance from either a mentor, a counselor, or a trusted friend? And am I aligned with groups or affiliates that can help me get to where I want to go, and not focus on what my home is asking of me putting myself on a back burner? The sun in Libra in your 11th house is truly saying, you need to find value in harmonious groups and these interactions that you have with these friendships, that you're going to excel in networking and you're going to enjoy collaborating as long as you have these common goals, making sure that you're focused on your goal, not other people's. You are to seek balance in your social circles and maintaining peace with these friends groups that you have, because when you do, it's going to benefit you financially with your second house. These could be groups that you work with. Remember that the 11th house is not just the 11th house is your co-workers, your team members, or organizations or social groups that also include your work. And so all of this is working together. Do not be dissuaded or be disillusioned by some things that are going on at home, making sure that you are putting your needs first to establish the solid foundation in order for you to move forward with. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear more, please join me for Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we either do tarot consultations or I do new moon and full moon readings. And to hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, so the sun is now illuminating the top of your chart, your career, your legacy, you being out there, your public life. Everybody is going to see you. They're going to be asking you to be the mediator of things. The 10th house is emphasizing being diplomatic, being charming, your career, your public life, excelling in professions that require negotiation, and you striving for finding a balance between everybody, making sure that everybody around you is happy. I'm encouraging you to focus on yourself, because there's going to be this trine with Pluto in your first house. The trine is offering you the opportunity of, if you focus on what your needs are and say, what do I bring to the table? This is who I am. This is my personality. These are my habits. These are my personal interests. Because Pluto is also in a trine with Uranus in your 5th house. The 5th house is your children, your affairs, your it's casual dating, it's art, it's music, it's creativity, it's recreation, it's pleasure. Your first house and the 5th house of pleasure are both in a sextile to Neptune in your 3rd house of communication and of neighbors and of siblings. And so all of these things are working together for you and your job. The difficulty comes in with this opposition of Neptune to you, the sun. Now, Neptune is where we want everything to be blended together. We want everybody to be happy. We want to please everybody. Now, the sun in Libra, you know that you cannot do that. It's offering you an opposition that if you are trying to please everybody, nobody is going to be pleased. You're going to have to make some hard decisions. You're going to have to be diplomatic in the words that you use. Remember that you're going to have this opportunity that you can strive for justice, work towards this mutual cooperation of other people, get everybody on board, but it's a home and work-life balance. These relationships, these personal goals, you are not only your work. And Pluto in your first house right now is saying there's going to be some transformation of who I am. And I need to be focused on what brings me joy, what brings me pleasure. And that could be your children, or that could be creativity. And you having to say no to some things. You having to say, I want you to be able to do this. I am not going to be able to do this at this time. And we need to find some balance here. Work towards building new connections and fostering the existing ones that you have. Enhance your charm and your diplomacy. Embrace the energy of this time period to help you navigate the complexity of where you are at work, things that people are going to be expecting of you at work, and use grace, charm, and poise. All right, so Capricorn, I would love to hear how this resonates with you in the comments below. And to hear more information, please check out the other videos and October's forecast. And join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer tarot consultations, or I offer new moon and full moon readings. And to hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius rising, the sun has now just entered your 9th house. It is highlighting you having a diplomatic approach to exploring different cultures, different belief systems, food, places, valuing higher learning, travel, philosophy, seeking harmony between your personal beliefs and having this broader world approach to things. I love this in that it's Pluto in your 12th house is offering you this trine of what your deep desires are, following your intuition, following your dreams, and saying, I think I'm going to join this class, or I think I want to take this workshop, or I think I want to teach this, or I want to travel here. I want to have this published. The 12th house is where you follow your intuition, your dreams. It's where you sit within to receive the messages. Now, Pluto is in trine to Uranus in your 4th house, your home, your family, your foundation, and that this is, I need this solid foundation in which to manifest these things in my life. This could also mean your family that's there. Now, both Pluto and Uranus are in a sextile to Neptune in your 2nd house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, your things that you value, and your skill set. Now, all of these things are working together in saying, look, it's time for you to go travel. It's time for you to go explore and to check out all these great things that are out there that you haven't done and that you want to do. The problem comes is that Neptune is opposing you. An opposition is a difficulty where you have to work with what do I do with, what do I do if. And Neptune is what you dream. It's wanting everybody to get along together, wanting everything to blend together. So a Neptune opposite is you cannot please everybody. You cannot do what everybody wants you to do. You should be focused on your dreams. You should be focused on setting up this solid foundation for your home. You should be, if you want to travel there, you don't need anybody else to travel with you. You want to study something, you should definitely do it. But it doesn't require family. It doesn't require anybody else's approval. The focus should be on what it is that you want to do and have this opportunity to explore and to study different belief systems. It doesn't have to be with somebody or in agreement with anybody. You're going to have this opportunity to say no when somebody else says, hey, let's check out this class or let's check out this workshop. If you don't want to do it, you're not meant to do it. You're supposed to be tuning into inside where your intuition, the spiritual realm, the subconscious realm of, do I really want to do that? Do I want to travel there? Do I want to? No. And if it's a no, then don't do it. And if it's a yes, then you need to do it, and you need to do it alone, because then you're going to meet new people. You're going to explore new areas. This is a beautiful opportunity for change and new beginnings for you. Stepping into your power and divinity with exploration of areas that you've never explored yet. Working to flow with the energy and accepting these tides of change, because that's what's happening for you. Making sure that you are focusing in on your wants, your needs, your desires first, and not always saying that you have to be the mediator. You don't always have to say yes to everything. All right, so for Aquarius, I would really love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear more, please check out the other videos and join me live Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we discuss, I offer tarot consultations and I offer new moon and full moon readings. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, Libra has just entered your 8th house. The 8th house is the house where we have shared resources, it's taxes, inheritances. The 8th house is you desiring and wanting emotional and financial balance that have deep connections with people in your life. You exploring your own depths and the mysteries of life through artistic or intellectual pursuits at this time. You seeking harmony within these shared resources with transformative experiences, because remember, this is the house of alimony, child support, debt, taxes. It's contracts that you have with other people, whether they are business partners or significant others. This is working in conjunction with the planet Pluto in your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, the goals in which you want to accomplish. Now, Pluto is working with Uranus. Uranus is in your 3rd house of how you communicate, who you communicate with. The 3rd house is also your siblings and your neighbors. Both of these planets are saying, I'm helping you communicate. I'm hoping that you're focused on your hopes, your dreams, your goals. I want you to do this either with at home or with your work associates, or share it with your siblings. Both of these planets are in sextile to Neptune. Neptune is in your 1st house of self. Neptune loves to be in Pisces. It wants to bring everybody together. It wants everybody to merge together. The problem is Neptune is opposing you. Neptune opposing you is saying, if you're focusing in on pleasing everybody, you will please nobody. And this is you. You need to not be the people pleaser. You need to be focused in on how can you diplomatically, politely, politically connect up with people, but not be engulfed in their things. That you are focused on what pleases you. The sun in Libra is offering you this collective experience, encouraging you to definitely seek balance, to not lose yourself into others, whether you have these binding contracts with them or these resources that you share with other people. This is you saying, I need to focus on relationships, both personal and professional, and keep my own identity separate. I need to work towards building new connections, fostering these existing ones, and enhancing charm with diplomacy. I need to embrace the energy of this time period and use it to help navigate the complexities of me being separate from others with grace and poise. So for Pisces, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To get up more information, please check out my other videos and join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer tarot consultations or new moon or full moon readings. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.